New health and safety concerns this morning after explosions and a fire at a chemical plant along the Illinois-Wisconsin state line.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. A massive fire just across the border to Illinois is still burning at this hour, almost 24 hours after it first started. Thanks for joining us. I'm Leah Linshine.
And I'm Josh Breiter. We're going to start with meteorologist Chris Reese here with a look at your forecast. Before we get to that developing story, I know this was something you guys were even talking about in the weather office because you could see it on the radar.
You really could. One of the other things you could see just looking at the horizon was actually smoke. It just depended on your vantage point, but you were able to see some of that from Madison or Milwaukee. So it was certainly a bigger story. Today, a much calmer day, as if yesterday wasn't, but still, we have clear skies out there for the most part. A beautiful sunrise is taking shape, and we're comfortable sitting at 60 degrees right now. Most of us folks are waking up with those temperatures into the 50s and the 60s. We're at 56 in Lone Rock right now, Camp Douglas at 54, Wautoma waking up at 59, but we're going to continue to see that sunshine for a while, folks. In fact, as we plan out your day, look for more of it. Temperatures will top out right around 79, but we're also tracking some rain chances. That extended forecast, will be breaking that down in just a couple minutes here.
Oh, I am just loving the sound of less humidity, though, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, it's a nice little break. Not so sweaty out there.
Love it. All right, Mr. Reese, thank you. Back to that top of mind news this morning, some breaking news. We are continuing to follow this fire that continues to rage just across the border to Illinois. This is just 24 hours after crews first got the call. Still happening. You're taking a look at some of the video from overnight. It's happening at a chemical plant in Rockton, about 5 miles south of Beloit. Yeah,
this is a look at the flames from overnight. You can see right there. Crews got that call around 7 a.m. yesterday about an explosion and fire at the chem tool plant. Right now, crews are letting that fire burn itself out, and the process, we're told, could take days. Investigators are working to figure out what caused all of this. Meanwhile, hundreds of people are hoping they'll be allowed back home this morning. A mandatory evacuation still in place for anyone living within a 1-mile radius of that plant.
And air quality, a major concern this morning. Chemtool is one of the largest manufacturers of grease in the world, and the smoke coming out of that building is still billowing. You can see it for miles in every direction. Everyone living within 3 miles of the plant has been ordered to wear a mask. We also know that federal investigators with the EPA will be testing air quality in Rockton all day.
So what we're going to try and do is establish a very quick network so we get a good understanding of what we're looking at, what we're seeing as far as ambient conditions.
EPA agents are setting up 18 other air monitors in Rockton to test conditions. They will analyze the results to see how the plume of smoke might be impacting people's breathing air. As of right now, they say air quality at the ground level is considered safe. Now, people also being ordered not to touch any debris from the falling plume of smoke. The explosion was so powerful it sent debris into nearby towns. It's causing some smaller grass fires, and doctors are warning people don't touch anything. They're still trying to figure out what that material is and what it contains.
I mean, there's debris falling all over. It's scary. I hope I never see anything like this again.
Doctors say any debris improperly discarded could taint the groundwater supply in Rockton.
Now, these impacts of the fire are being felt as far north as Beloit. The city asks residents right now to hold off on non-essential water usage as it tries to help out with the water supply. To put this fire into perspective this morning, imagine the number of firefighters on scene right now. Up to 175 have been assigned to this fire. That's more than 40 fire departments from southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois, all in town. The Illinois National Guard also helping out.
You're watching a video of that explosion. Just incredible video out there. Some good news, though. There are no reports of major injuries at this hour. No workers were hurt. One firefighter did suffer some minor injuries. He was able to walk himself into an ambulance. He was taken to the hospital out of a precaution. We're told he's still experiencing some breathing difficulties this morning. He is expected to be okay.
Yeah, everything's kind of raw right now, so like I said, give the fire service a little bit of time to figure out what we need to do.
First responders are asking people to be patient as police and fire work together. A cause is still under investigation. Both agencies are also asking people only call 911 if it's an absolute emergency.
Now, we also expect there to be some type of fund form to help those who are out without a job this morning. Rockton is a smaller community with around 7,000 residents, and this particular plant employed around 70 people and was considered a major employer in the area. ChemTool moved its operations to Rockton in 2008. It also has another smaller office in the community, which employs around 30 people. News 3 Now will continue to monitor the situation in Rockton. We'll share any updates on air and online over on channel3000.com.
6:05, Chris Reese is here now with your certified most accurate forecast. Again, good to see you, Chris.
Good to see you guys as well. Of course, we are tracking an overall dry day. It's going to be fantastic, but there's also a little bit of a pattern change that we could be in store for, and of course, we all know that we need that around here. Here's what we have going on right now. High pressure's in control. It is on top of us. As I like to say, when you see the blue H, think blue skies. We're going to see more of that as you plan out your day. The cloud cover out there this morning already breaking up. Temperatures going to be making it into the upper 70s and low 80s this afternoon. Here's that cloud cover breaking up. 60 is our temperature right now. Waukesha coming in at 57, 59. And Juneau right now. Wautoma also at 59. Meanwhile, Prairie du Chien coming in at 55. Here's Doppler track this morning. It is all dry throughout the state. That is what to expect when high pressure is in control. But of course, we are literally dry throughout the state too. That moderate drought really includes our entire viewing area. The abnormally dry conditions go all the way up towards the UP of Michigan and into Lake Superior. Down towards the south and east, that severe drought continues to expand back towards the north and west. But as we plan out your day, here's what we're watching. Temperatures again in the upper 70s and low 80s. I cannot rule out a stray shower or two right along the lakeshore. Check out right around Juneau and Watertown. That lake breeze gets going, and it's possible for some showers to pop up. We actually saw this yesterday. Places like Sheboygan got a soaker of rain that moved on through, and then boom, that shower was gone. So it's pop up, splash and dash, and then it will be over with. And again, that's closer towards the lakeshore. This is overnight tonight. Those are going to fall down into the low 50s. Some folks will make it into the upper 40s tomorrow morning. So a little bit of a chill starting out your Wednesday. We'll still top out to the upper 70s and low 80s, though, as we move into your Wednesday afternoon. But from there, attention then begins to turn to the possibility for some rain. This is Thursday, 5 o'clock. A cold front's going to be developing to our north. Watch what happens. I'm pushing it forward now. Oh, there's the potential for some decent rainfall as we move into the overnight hours Thursday into Friday. We'll be dry for most of the weekend, but then Sunday night into Monday, it's possible we do it again. We'll see some more rainfall around here with even some wraparound lingering rain showers into Monday evening. So that being said, we are watching those rain chances, folks, because we know we need it. But until then, it's comfortable for now, hot with a capital H as we move into Thursday.
Ooh, all right. We'll keep an eye on those rain chances, though.
Yes, we will. I'll time them out, too.
Mr. Reese, thank you.
My pleasure.
6:07 now. It worked for some, but not for others. How to determine if intermittent fasting is the right option to reach your health and fitness goals. That's after the break.
It's time to make hay with John Deere at Sloan's. Get 0% for 5 years on new round balers, or lease your John Deere 460M for just $104.83 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up with Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
Oh, baby, are you going my way? I see you kicking out for hours a day, so baby, don't know you at all. I'm not crazy or a fiend, not stalker and a fiend.
And lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Wisconsin's soil and water create the perfect environment for agriculture. But it takes more than great land to produce the world's best dairy products. You feel it in the way Wisconsin dairy farmers take care of their animals, preserve their family farmland, and lend a helping hand to their communities. What's that something extra Wisconsin has? It's pride. Support Wisconsin dairy farmers. Buy Wisconsin milk, cheese, and dairy.
We all have
our signature ways to serve up fresh, and the last thing you want is to run out. With Pick and Save delivery and free pickup, you can get back to putting stuff on a stick. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
When you're sick, so sick that your heart hurts.
And your mind races.
When you think that you might have cancer, and then they tell you,
you have cancer.
And you just want somebody to say,
it's going to be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Can you hear it? This summer, the thrill is calling. Answer it at Six Flags with the kind of thrills, food, and fun you won't find anywhere else. Face your fears on a coaster, share a funnel cake, grab a selfie. That's right, it's time to pack up the family or pick up your friends and head to Six Flags. Right now, you can snag tickets as low as $29.99 at sixflags.com. Hey, the thrill is calling for you.
It's time to make hay with John Deere at Sloan's. Get 0% for 5 years on new 6E tractors. Or lease your John Deere 6120E for just $155 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
Oh, baby, are you going my way? I see you kicking out for hours a day, so baby, don't know you at all. I'm not crazy or a fiend. Not stalker and a fiend.
And lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Welcome back, 611. No names released yet in what the Rock County Sheriff's Department is calling a complex, violent death investigation. Deputies found an elderly woman dead in a garage in the town of Center yesterday morning. They got the call from a relative who had gone to visit. There was someone else in the home. That person is in custody as a person of interest. Again, we don't know that person's name or whether they knew the woman. We are continuing, though, to ask police this morning. We'll bring you updates as we get them.
New overnight, the man accused of pulling the trigger in a Beloit homicide last week has turned himself in. 19-year-old Journey Weathers Jr. is charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Two other suspects, an 18 and 19-year-old, were arrested last week. Police say the shooting happened after an argument over payment for a vehicle. That victim has since been identified as Dravion Allen.
To national news this morning, President Biden is hitting the final stretch of his 8-day trip through Europe. Today, he'll meet with the King of Belgium, as well as attending a summit at the European Council. But the big meeting left on the agenda is with Russian President Vladimir Putin. It's set for tomorrow in Switzerland. President Biden says he's hoping to find some middle ground.
We should decide where it's in our mutual interest and the interest of the world to cooperate. And the areas where we don't agree, make it clear what the red lines are.
Yesterday, 30 leaders from NATO released a statement calling Russia's actions a threat toward Euro-Atlantic security. President Biden plans to confront Putin on his invasion of Ukraine, cyber attacks on U.S. companies, and meddling in the election.
Happening right now, the second named storm of the year is churning off the coast of North Carolina this morning. Tropical Storm Bill is officially a tropical depression as winds sustain 45 miles per hour. The storm is active this morning, but it's not expected to last long or impact the U.S. mainland. Crazy, we're already talking about named storms out there. Chris Reese is here now with our local forecast. Looks like it's pretty active down there, Chris.
It is. It is hurricane season. Starts June 1st officially. Started before the actual season really got going this year. We had our first named storm, but things are heating up in the tropics right now. You have Bill. There are two other areas of interest as we speak, and more tropical waves coming in off of Africa right now. So it could be an active couple of weeks through the tropics, and we're also talking a possible pattern change for us. That ridge of heat has been in control, but our low humidity and our more comfortable temperatures, that's brought to us by this northerly flow coming in out of Canada. But I believe there's more where that came from. As we start to move into Thursday, that ridge of heat flexes a little bit of muscle, but then it starts to break down as we move into early next week. We're talking multiple cold shots coming our way, or cooler shots rather, that should generally keep things comfortable, but they're also going to be bringing more chances for rain as those storm systems come through. That being said, here's the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. We are looking cooler than normal as we go through the next 6 to 10 days, along with the next 8 to 14 days. But during those same time periods, we're looking wetter than normal in our part of the country. Now, the best chance to be wetter than normal, it's going to be along the Gulf Coast. That's because the tropics get involved with that one. But even still, as we expand through the next couple of weeks, we should see more chances for rainfall. Boating forecasts out there today. It's going to be comfortable. Get out, enjoy that sunshine. Temperatures top out right around 78 degrees. Our rain chances overall are going to be on the increase as we go through the week. Traffic-wise, things are shaping up all quiet for us so far this morning. We are not seeing any big issues. The hope is that we keep it that way. There is one stalled vehicle showing up outbound on 151 just beyond Sun Prairie.
All right, Mr. Reese, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
6:15 now. For the first time in 460 days, a live audience is back at The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, this was a big milestone for the show, and really all of us as we continue this road to recovery. CBS News' Laura Podesta reports from Ed Sullivan Theater.
With a lot of cheers and dancing vaccine syringes, Stephen Colbert ushered in his return to pre-pandemic style late-night TV, as in with a live studio audience.
We never really left, but we certainly weren't here. I have not been on this stage in front of a live audience for 460 days. I don't know if I even remember how to pander to the most beautiful crowd in the world.
Everyone in that crowd had to show proof they were vaccinated, so there was no mask requirement or social distancing. It's another sign New York City is returning to its former self.
It's so good to feel like things are slowly but surely getting back to normal.
The Big Apple is also prepping for a parade along the so-called Canyon of Heroes, July 7th, to celebrate the courageous frontline workers of the pandemic.
Floats for healthcare workers, first responders, educators, municipal workers, transportation workers, grocery and bodega workers.
But all this positive news comes as the U.S. hit yet another grim milestone. 600,000 people in this country have now died from COVID-19. Yesterday, members of Congress marked the milestone by standing in silence on the Capitol building steps and singing God Bless America. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
6:17 now. The Brooklyn Nets will be without two of their biggest stars tonight as the Bucks take them on in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. After going down 2-0 to start the series, Milwaukee bouncing back to a 2-2 tie. But the Nets now missing two All-Stars. Good news for us. James Harden has yet to log a minute in the series, and Kyrie Irving sprained his ankle in the second quarter of Game 4. Without them, Giannis and Bucks look to take advantage in the series. Tip-off is at 7:30 on TNT.
Amazon is under investigation this morning after some of its electronic products reportedly burst into flames. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says it's looking into at least 8 products sold under the Amazon Basics brand. They include battery chargers, surge protectors, and a voice-activated microwave. Some buyers say the products caught fire. Others say they melted or exploded. Amazon declined to comment on that investigation. If you own a Philips sleep machine, you might need to send it back. The company issued a recall notification on millions of its sleep apnea and CPAP machines. Philips says the recall is for several varieties, including some DreamStation products. The problem is in the foam these machines are used to soften the sound made by the machines. The company says the foam is potentially toxic. Philips says no deaths have been reported, though.
Intermittent fasting. It's one of the most popular health and fitness trends out there right now. If you're considering it, Consumer Reports is weighing the pros and cons for you. Gisela Long has been doing intermittent fasting for 2 years. She says she started doing it after struggling to achieve her health and fitness goals.
I do the 16-8 intermittent fasting, so I start my day eating at 12 p.m., just right after my workout. I end up like around 8 or 9 p.m. at night. Have lost 20 pounds during that progress.
Intermittent fasting is an eating plan that focuses more on when to eat than what to eat. Typically, people only eat during an 8-hour period or only every other day. Studies suggest intermittent fasting may have benefits, including improvements in blood sugar and cholesterol levels, blood pressure, and weight.
When done in a healthful way, intermittent fasting can help control inflammation and may even lower the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and some cancers.
However, intermittent fasting isn't for everyone. It could be too extreme for older adults, people with diabetes, and those who take medication at certain times. But as Consumer Reports explains, even if you don't follow the intermittent fasting approach to the letter, incorporating just a few strategies can help maintain a healthy weight and metabolism.
Be sure to include foods that have plenty of fiber and protein, such as fruit, oatmeal, cottage cheese, and eggs. Foods like these will help you stay satisfied until your next meal.
If you gravitate toward sweets and dessert, CR suggests having them before 3 p.m. Your body is more efficient at processing carbohydrates during the morning and early afternoon. Another thing you can do is have an early dinner between 6 and 8 p.m.
Late night eating has been linked to a higher risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease.
Slim down your dinners to around 600 calories. Include more veggies, which are lower in calories, and the fiber will help you feel fuller for longer.
I feel that I have more energy. I feel like I'm 25 instead of my real age.
6:20 still ahead. Some trending video for your Tuesday involving a pretty bossy squirrel. Quite the tease right there.
And in our next half hour, we continue to explore all the corners of the state. Join us as we wander Wisconsin around the waters of Lake Geneva when we come back.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
Bring it on. It's the Green Tag Sales Event. Get your new John Deere X350 lawn tractor for just $76 per month with 4.9 for 48 months. Get a John Deere now and
power up with Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? And who decides what's right? Is it right for an insurance adjuster to try to get you to settle for less than you deserve? Is it right to let victims struggle to pay their medical bills? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. It means doing what's right for you. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 0% financing for 72 months on select popular Chevy SUVs. Or get a $3,000 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado Crew Cab pickups.
Bring it on. It's the Green Tag sales event on now at Sloan's. Get 0% for 48 months and $500 off on a John Deere Z900 series. Get a John Deere now and
power up with Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
Welcome back. Check out the security guard at this jewelry store in Turkey. Pretty cool.
Yeah, they use a staunch, lion-hearted squirrel named Memican. Is that how you say it?
Sure.
Memican? Sounds right.
It's a squirrel. He can be named whatever he
Memican
wants.
the squirrel. The owner of that store rescued the animal a few months ago. One day, he realized the squirrel wouldn't let anyone near the merchandise, having to move him just to let other employees use the register. The owner says Memican is recovering from a paw injury and plans on returning him to the wild once he recovers. Look at that. Just all the money there.
He's described as lion-hearted.
Lion-hearted.
A squirrel with a lion's heart.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him, little scratchy dude. Oh, he's cute.
I feel like I couldn't return him.
Just stay off the road, Mr. Squirrel.
Squirrels can be mean. We talked about this earlier. They can really spit at you when they're mad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can get
I once got chased by a squirrel when I was in 5th grade.
Oh my gosh. There was one time, and I don't have time for the entire story, but I was on family vacation in northern Minnesota. And we got out of my mom's car, and my dad had the car door open, and I swear this squirrel just beeline towards our car, and we thought it was going to jump through the vehicle. It didn't, but of course I was super dramatic and stuff. But
your own little security dog.
Yeah.
Squirrel named Memokin.
Memokin.
Okay, quick look at the weather before we get too off the beaten path here.
The sun's rising up for us. It's a beautiful day, that broken mackerel sky right now. Temperatures are at 60 for us, so no worries as you begin to step outside. Some 50s do show up, and you are at 52 in Boscobel right now. Black River Falls still to the 40s, but as you plan out the day, we're warming up towards 79.
You think that squirrel story was good? Stay with us. Got more news for you after the break.
Not too squirrely here.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
In one instant, an accident can change your life. Gingras, Thompson & Walks has assembled the top personal injury lawyers in Wisconsin to fight for victims' rights. If you've been injured in an accident, contact Gingras, Thompson & Walks for a free consultation.
Perfect. The color, the flowers.
The whole place looks amazing. I love it. Wow.
Whatever happens, we're here to protect you.
Thank you. There's no room for fear in your dream home policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Things may be different, but at Denny's, one thing will always remain the same. Our dedication to safely serving guests the food they love. And hey, if you love to feed people too, we want you to join our family. Apply at dennys.com today.
At General Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort is important to us. From keeping you cozy warm to cooling you off with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our free home comfort program and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Celebrating 75 years of providing award-winning comfort for your home. Turn to the experts, Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Savor the simple of Kemp's Simply Crafted ice cream. No artificial flavors, no shortcuts, ever. Just fresh cream from family farms, crafted with loads of goodness. It's simply delicious. Kemp's, good comes around. Bring home more Simply Crafted magic, now in sandwiches and pints.
So why use Toyota service centers?
Well, you wouldn't use just any carpenter, would you?
This thing working? No.
Keep your Toyota a Toyota. Right now, for a limited time, get 20% off the purchase and installation of premium cabin air filters. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more. Toyota, let's go places.
Rather than sleep on the sofa under my new ceiling fan, I thought, get one for the bedroom. So I'm back at Madison Lighting for another fan. I turned the thermostat up 6 or 7 degrees and ran my new fan in the family room. The humidity, gone. So the fan experts at Madison Lighting are helping me choose the right fan for my bedroom. I got my room dimensions and I brought some pics. Quiet, quality fans are on sale till June 20th. Madison Lighting on Watts Road.
We're thinking that this is going to be a several-day event to have all this product burned off, and that's the best thing that we can do right now.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. There are new safety concerns at this hour as a massive fire continues to burn at a chemical plant in Rockton, Illinois. Chemtool is about 5 miles south of Beloit. The company's website says it's one of the largest manufacturers of grease in the entire world. Now, at this hour, crews are still at the scene. They're trying to figure out what caused all of this. Firefighters got the call around 7 a.m. yesterday about smoke in the building. When they got there, the fire was already out of control. Flames coming out of the roof. You can see some of this incredible video. Crews tried to fight the fire at first, but the chief says a big concern became the amount of runoff water. Because of the chemicals and the products on fire, the fire department ultimately decided to let the building burn down instead of endangering the nearby water supply.
People living in this area are still out of their homes this morning because of an evacuation order in effect. The main concern, air quality.
I understand that many people have questions on when they're going to be able to go home. Right now, we don't have that answer.
Salvation Army and Red Cross are helping out the people in that area, and a lot of folks are staying over at a couple of nearby middle schools. Officials believe about 1,000 people have been impacted. The fire chief says air quality checks are being conducted around the surrounding areas to determine the safety of that entire region. Basically, the two big problems here are smoke from the fire and the chemicals inside that smoke. It was so intense, our News 3 radar was picking it up. In this picture, you can see exactly where the plant is and the smoke being pushed to the south by the wind. Illinois health officials want anyone living within 3 miles of the plant to wear a mask.
Right now,
this order is coming from the Illinois Department of Public Health. The Environmental Protection Agency says it has an air quality monitor right next to the plant. Regulators have set up 16 other monitors around the area to measure the particles in the air. It's not clear yet when that mandate can end.
Right now, we're still gathering the data that we need to get a better answer.
The EPA will be leading the air quality investigation, and based on the profile of the plant, they say they're worried about 3 possible air contaminants. Those are volatile organic compounds, sulfur dioxide, and lead.
Another concern from some of our viewers in particular, we're getting a lot of questions about this. Chunks of burning debris falling from the air. Debris is lining the streets and yards in homes in Rockton. We're told it was also found in neighboring cities. Initially, firefighters thought these were just building materials. Doctors now saying that might not be the case. They don't want anybody to touch this stuff.
What we'll do later on in the day and after things get a little bit more under control is that we'll, like I said, we'll send recon crews through town, and if there's any large particles or anything like that, then we'll get that picked up.
Some of the debris has caused smaller grass fires. Residents should call for help if they spot one of those. Doctors, again, fear improperly discarded debris could taint nearby waterways.
There's also an economic aspect to this whole thing. The facility in Rockton was built back in 2008. The mayor says his town is a major part of their workforce.
They're a huge employer here in town, and it's going to affect a lot of families.
Around 70 people were employed at that plant, but that's not a small number for this town. Rockton's total population is about 7,500. Meanwhile, other Rockton businesses in the area are closed today due to evacuations and air quality concerns. Anne-Marie Shute reports.
They're a huge employer here in town, and it's going to affect a lot of.
And she's like, dude, what are you doing here? We're supposed to be getting out. I'm closing down.
Corbin Fincham owns Cutthroat Corbin's Barbershop in downtown Rockton.
Fincham closed his business after finding out about the explosion and fire at the nearby chem tool manufacturing plant.
I think I wrongly told them that I was going to reach back out and reschedule, and we don't know. I was hoping that by the end of the day, or I'm still hoping that by the end of the day, we have a more clear-cut idea of when and where and how we can reopen safely.
As the smoke continues to fill the air, Fincham believes health becomes a priority over profits.
But at this point, I don't want to, put myself in danger, my other barbers at the shop in danger, and especially our clients.
Down the road is Dairy House Ice Cream Shop. Owner Brent Murray says after making it through the pandemic, he almost feels prepared for this.
I think we were all just through something that has changed our perspectives on how we kind of operate in the world and what we're expecting.
Murray says at the end of the day, there are more important things than a scoop of ice cream.
When you get another kind of sock in the face that makes you pivot a little bit, maybe it's not quite as jarring as it maybe was last year.
A spokesperson for ChemTool says that the company is launching an internal investigation into the explosion. Of course, you can stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for updates.
6:34 now. Chris Reese here with your certified most accurate forecast and a pretty balmy day on tap.
A balmy day indeed. Sunshine for everyone. Low humidity as well. Here's why. High pressure is in control for us. As long as we have high pressure in control, that means we're going to have sinking air. That means we're going to have blue skies. However, there is a possibility of a stray shower popping up closer towards the lakeshore. I'll show you that in just a moment. But as we plan out the day, look for sunshine, low humidity, and temperatures that top out right around the upper 70s and lower 80s. Here's how it looks outside right now. That sun absolutely stealing the show. 60 our temperature for us in Madison. Meanwhile, those dew points are into the mid-50s. This is, if I were to pull out the dew point comfort meter right now, right there into the, oh yeah, you betcha, it's comfy levels right there. And it's going to stay like that as we go through the rest of, well, a good portion of today, tomorrow, and into Thursday, but then eventually we're going to see a little surge in humidity as things begin to heat up. Janesville, you're at 61 right now, 52 in Boscobel, 56 in Lone Rock as well. Meanwhile, Mineral Point coming in at 59. Doppler track, you were all quiet for us throughout the state of Wisconsin. We need the rain, though. That moderate drought continues to expand throughout our viewing area. The severe drought throughout the south and east could be expanding further towards the north and west as well. A lot of that grass starting to look quite brown for us. But here's what I want to show you. Check out right around Juneau and Watertown. You see those little green dots. Similar to yesterday, the lake breeze starts to get into the mix. You might see a pop-up shower with the lake breeze, but that will not happen for everyone. That'll be quite isolated. 52 for us overnight tonight. Some of you dip down into the upper 40s. Then we're into the upper 70s and low 80s again, moving into your Wednesday. The heat is on once we start to move into Thursday. But Thursday night into Friday, the cold front starts to arrive from the north and west, and that is going to lead to some rain chances, especially throughout the early morning hours on Friday. Then we'll start to clear things out for Saturday. Then there's another rain chance as we start to move into Sunday night and into Monday. Of course, we need these rain chances, so we're watching each and every single one of them closely. Will they end the drought? No. But nonetheless, we need rain, and it could be a healthy drink of water for a lot of folks between the two of these systems. 91 on Thursday with a capital HOT. Things are going to be hot. That heat index on Thursday likely going all the way up into the upper 90s. But then there's the shower and thunderstorms that'll help start to cool things down Friday into Saturday. We have 79 for next Monday and Tuesday, but the reality, or well, 80 for next Tuesday, but the reality is those numbers could be too warm. Coming up in the next weather segment, we're going to talk about that change in the weather pattern and why things may overall be looking cooler for us.
Hot with a capital H.
O-T.
I prefer H-A-W-T.
Oh,
hot.
Boy. Grammatically incorrect, boys. The English teacher in me is getting annoyed.
Oh, my goodness.
Thanks, Chris.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Chris. 6:38 now after the break. A nonprofit known for helping people set down roots really taking a hit during the pandemic. We'll tell you why.
This is
is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Culligan Water not only sells the best water softeners, but also rents them. Big box plumbers and online sellers don't. With renting, you never pay for repairs or extended warranties. And Culligan softeners are backed by the world's largest dealer network. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo reminds you to be sure to ask about delivery options when shopping for new furniture. Because every store is different. Some stores have very specific restrictions, while others charge you an arm and a leg. At McGann's, we take pride in our skilled delivery team, and in most cases, delivery is free. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
One call, that's all.
There is no way I could have done this on my own without Gruber Law Office.
They were phenomenal. They got our life back on track, and I couldn't be any more happier.
I would definitely go to Gruber Law Offices again.
Do what you do well, and that's exactly what Gruber Law Offices do.
I would refer the whole world to this wonderful agency.
They just put their best foot forward. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices. Call the champs. If you want to win, call Gruber.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. Download the Channel 3000 Firstborn app, sponsored by Group Health Cooperative, and be prepared for anything headed our way.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
This is a Wisconsin brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest broth, the broth that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Want to know what the day's weather will be like where you live? Well, that's easy. Just ask me. Here's how. Record a short video on your phone. State your name, where you're from, and simply say,
I'm Sam from Madison. Hey, Chris, plan my day.
Then send it to me by email, and I'll give you a personal forecast right here on News 3 Now this morning. This is your chance to be on TV. So just send me a video and say,
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, plan our day.
Plan your day with Chris, only on News 3 Now this morning.
Brian, a friend, Madison, Wisconsin. Hey, Chris, plan my day.
Hey, Brian, here's what we're expecting as we look out throughout your Tuesday. We're going to see more sunshine and temperatures that are warming up into the upper 70s today. So enjoy that Doppler track over Madison. It's all dry. It's all quiet. We're going to expect that overall throughout the day. Maybe you're hitting the lake. Maybe you're going boating. Here's what to expect. There's the sunshine. And again, temperatures into the upper 70s. It's going to be comfortable. And we are enjoying this comfortable weather after we've been baking in the heat for so long. Now, we're going to get a little hot as we start to move towards Thursday. But, Brian, here's what I want to show you. It's that change in the pattern as we start to move towards next week. That ridge of heat breaks down. We're going to start to see some cooler weather moving our direction. So this is going to mean temperatures trending below normal as we go through the next couple of weeks overall. But at the same time, perhaps trending wetter than normal, too. This is what we have needed to see. This is the pattern change that a lot of folks have been looking forward to, and we are likely moving into that kind of a pattern. Now, of course, if you'd like me to plan your day as well, I will do it. Just send me a video, email it to tips@channel3000.com. I'd love for you to say your name and where you're from, but you got to follow it up with, hey, Chris, plan my day, and I'll do that right here on News 3 Now this morning. Traffic-wise, which we are watching for you, things continue to remain generally smooth for us. We do still have that stalled vehicle outbound 151 towards Sun Prairie. Otherwise, it's just about line construction. We're always talking about it. We're keeping an eye on things. So far, we're not seeing any big issues. Rock County looks all smooth this morning as well, other than some road closures down further towards Beloit as you start to get just south of that, closer towards Rockton, where they had the explosion there. But of course, that's out of state at this point. But so far, we're not seeing any big issues showing up.
Mr. Race, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
We are wandering Wisconsin this month, looking for some easy road trips for you and your family to do across the state. This week, we are looking at classic vacation spots in Wisconsin. One of those, Lake Geneva in Walworth County.
One of my favorites here. It's been a popular summer resort town for generations. You can enjoy the beautiful lake and look, of course, at the amazing lake homes built in the area. You can also stroll down the historic downtown and check out the cool shops. There's also great golfing, hiking, and cruises to enjoy.
This is one of your favorites.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. Last summer, I think, was the last time I was there. But there's just so much to do. I remember I rollerbladed. You can also kind of hike around the lake, which is kind of neat. You can walk between the lake and all of those lake homes. So you're kind of like all up in these people's business, you know. But the homes are so unique, and there's just so much history in that place that it's just so cool.
And it's a long hike, isn't it? It's a good workout.
Oh, I can't remember how long it is around the entire lake. Of course, I did not make it that far. I just kind of went, you know, as far as I could and then walked back. But good people watching, good food. Yeah, there's something for everybody there.
I mean, the houses, boy, that's one way to dream, I guess. Yeah. I was about to say that's one way to feel bad about your life.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Hey, yeah. We have the life right here. What more do we need?
We do.
You got your cup of coffee? I don't even have mine right here. I'm a little thirsty.
You're right. Things don't get better than this right here. Absolutely accurate.
Yeah, so visit Lake Geneva. This has been pretty fun. Our Wandering Wisconsin series continues tomorrow as well. We're going to be heading up north to Bayfield and the Apostle Islands. This is also on my list. I have not been there. You have. This is somewhere I should check out.
Happens to be one of my favorites. Zach and I are obviously really big campers. We're always talking about it. Plenty of bed and breakfast for you to check out, though. It's actually the bed and breakfast capital of the world.
Really?
Yeah.
I love how you started saying camping, and then it's like, oh boy.
He tuned out.
And then it was like right away you could tell. It's like bed and breakfast. There's bed and breakfast. I promise.
You like it? I got you. Lots of kayaking, though. You would love that. Lots of water sports up there. Plenty of hiking.
So I'm trying to think, is that where the ice castles are?
It is.
Yes,
it is.
during the winter time.
You got it.
So I've always wanted, I mean, I don't even know if it was open this last time of the year, but usually you get about 2 weeks a year that you're able to do that.
It wasn't, I don't believe. Yeah, like once every 5 years.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's open. So.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
I love Wisconsin. There's so much to do, whether it's summer or winter.
Well, back in Madison, lots of cool stuff happening here, too. The city's largest street sale is returning to the sidewalks of State Street this summer. The 44th Maxwell Street Days will be held across 4 days this year, from July 15th to the 18th. The event had to be canceled in 2020, but it normally draws around 30,000 people into town every year. More than 60 businesses are expected to participate.
Coming up on 646 right now, the lumber shortage in the U.S. is affecting charities now. Habitat for Humanity is known for building homes for families in need. The average cost of their lumber is usually around $6,000, but that price is up 200% since the start of the pandemic. Recently, they've been spending around $16,000 on lumber for a single home.
You know, this past year and a half has shown us that home is more important than we ever imagined it was.
Still, Habitat says the importance of the home was really realized during the pandemic, so they're choosing to stay busy but be nimble.
Former Wisconsin Badgers football player and UW Athletics Hall of Fame inductee Tom Burke facing allegations this morning that he sexually assaulted a little girl. The 44-year-old was arraigned yesterday. He's facing 1 count of first-degree criminal sexual conduct. A criminal complaint says the assault allegations were first reported to authorities after the 7-year-old victim told her parents. Burke has denied the allegations. 80 union workers are striking in Belleville this week. Employees at Federal Industries rejected the company's final offer in their ongoing contract negotiations. Organizers say they are looking for improvements in pay, work conditions, and health insurance. The 100-year-old company makes food storage and self-service display cases. Federal Industries is not commenting on the strike.
Well, we know it's been a bit too hot for dogs to run and play outside as much as they would like to recently, and that's true across the country. So Run Dog in Las Vegas came up with a fix. Their climate-controlled van with a treadmill to your home, and the treadmill is dog size. Look at that tongue sticking out there. He loves it. They can run and exercise in a safe way.
This is something Bascom would not be into at all.
I could just see Bascom like getting on it and then just getting right off and laying down.
She's a big puppy. So my Bernese Mountain Dog is really into eating and napping, snacking and sleeping. Certainly not into the exercise quite yet.
Oh, I mean, I was going to say it sounds like you other than the exercise part. But
Yeah, right around 10, 11 a.m., you see me in my little basket. I'm just asleep on the couch.
That and snacks.
And snacks.
Always looking for snacks.
Then we wake up and snack. You're right. You're right.
Has Bascom gotten bigger? Like, have you noticed?
She's gaining like 3 pounds a week. Yeah, our neighbors will go a week without seeing her and say, who's the bear in your backyard?
That's the bear that we're catching on the next home video.
That's
somebody's
napping.
Gonna say.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're totally right. You guys, it's just a dog. Okay, 6:48, coming up in the morning sprint. What Amazon products are causing the company to be under investigation?
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. Unfortunately, our technical difficulties have stopped us from being able to share this week's birthdays. But once we can, we'll be able to show all the kiddos that we've missed. So thank you for bearing with us. We're doing our best here, and we want to give a shout out to everyone behind the scenes working to get us back on the air here.
Absolutely.
So
Thanks
we'll be right back after this with the morning sprint. Stick around.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call out Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Hi, I'm Crystal the Pistol. Goldwyn Cars has over 500 vehicles in stock with new body style GMC Terrains starting at $22,995 or $350 per month. That's right, Goldwyn Cars has over 500 vehicles in stock with great deals on 2018 GMC Terrains. So hurry in today to get your great deal and ask for me, Crystal the Pistol Goldwyn. Go to Goldwyn Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldwyn, GoldwynCars.com.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Serving you for 26 years. Start your project at fryconstruction.com today.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Sun Prairie is changing its name in July. They're becoming Fun Prairie just for 1 month. It's part of a marketing campaign meant to highlight the recreational opportunities in town. The mayor will make the proclamation tonight at 7 p.m.
We've been following the Bucks throughout the playoffs, and tonight they are playing Game 5 against the Brooklyn Nets. They're back in Brooklyn, where they lost the first 2 games of the season. The team's currently at 2 games each in the second-round playoffs. Tip-off is set for 7:30.
Federal regulators are now investigating Amazon Electronics after some of the products reportedly burst into flames. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is looking into at least 8 products sold under the Amazon Basics brand. Electronics include battery chargers, surge protectors, and a voice-activated microwave that consumers said caught fire. Other buyers reported products even exploding. Amazon is declining to comment on the investigation.
California will fully reopen this morning. The nation's most populous state won't have any distancing requirements, capacity limits, or mask mandates. But the governor there trying to remind everyone the pandemic isn't over. Governor Newsom also announcing a new vaccine incentive, prize drawings for dream vacation packages. He says he hopes the program will help jumpstart the Golden State's tourism industry.
Millions of medical devices seen as life support for many are being recalled because of a potentially toxic defect. Philips issued a recall on millions of its sleep apnea and CPAP machines. The problem is a foam in the machines used to soften the sounds. According to the company, the foam can deteriorate. It could project tiny particles and gases that can irritate airways, cause headaches, and possibly be toxic or carry cancer risks.
A major mall owner is filing for bankruptcy. Washington Prime Group owns more than 100 locations across the U.S., including Forest Plaza over the state line in Rockford. The Ohio-based company filed for Chapter 11 so it can restructure and pay down $1 billion in debt. The group blames the pandemic for its financial woes. It was able to secure $100 million to new funding to support day-to-day operations.
President Biden is meeting with European leaders again today. At a NATO security summit on Monday, the president reaffirmed the U.S. commitment to its military allies. Tonight, Biden travels to Switzerland. That's ahead of Wednesday's sit-down with Russian leader Vladimir Putin.
Dangerously high heat is now baking much of the western states. The National Weather Service says as many as 40 million Americans could experience triple-digit temperatures this week. Some hotspots may even reach 120 degrees.
The U.S. has reached a grim new milestone, 600,000 lives lost to COVID-19. The death rate has slowed, but experts say the coronavirus continues to spread in some areas, powered by increasingly contagious new variants.
Masks will be optional at Florida's Walt Disney World for fully vaccinated visitors. The theme park will still require unvaccinated guests to wear them indoors and on rides, but it won't require proof of vaccination. Because children under 12 are not eligible for the vaccines, they will still be required to wear a mask, and unfortunately, they still are not allowed to hug the characters.
Southwest Airlines says it's resuming flight operations after computer network issues affected at least 3 airlines. The problems appeared Monday night, affecting flight operations at Southwest, Delta, and Alaska Airlines. It prevented the airline from receiving weather information necessary to operate flights. Southwest said it initially implemented ground stops at some of the airports.
No names have been released yet in what Rock County Sheriff's Department is calling a complex violent death investigation. Deputies found an elderly woman dead in a garage in the town of Center yesterday morning. They got the call from a relative who had gone to visit. There was somebody else in the home. That person is in custody as a person of interest. Again, we don't know that person's name or whether they knew the woman. We're continuing to ask police, and we'll bring you updates as we get them.
We are waking up to sunshine out there this morning. That is to be expected, and that's the theme all day long. We're warming things up, though, even with winds out of the north. We're at 65 degrees right now. Janesville, you're at 66. Platteville at 62. With the Dells, you guys are at 59. Playing out the day, look for temperatures warming up towards 79. It's 81 tomorrow, 91 on Thursday. That heat index is going to make it feel like upwards of 96 for your Thursday. A little bit cooler, though, moving towards early next week.
All right, Chris, thank you, and thank you all so much for joining us. Go make it a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.